So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and fly over some ranches, mine included, and we are going to see if we can spot any deer. I am going to come down with the drone some towards the end so we can hopefully get some better shots. It's really hard for me to see this off of the little screen off of my drone. So you guys are probably watching this on a TV more than likely. So comment down below if you do see any deer. Again, because it's really hard for me to see it on a little 4-inch, 5-inch screen versus, like a 60-inch TV. Once I upload this video, then I'll probably watch it myself on the actual TV. But yeah, comment down below if you see any deer. So what we're going to be doing is just spotting, see if we can spot any deer with the drone. If you guys want to see more content like this, maybe have me fly a little lower down or zoom in. There's different variations of the drone that I can use to kind of see if we can spot some deer. This is the first one. I'm just going to try it. Never done this before. But if you guys want to see this, especially during the rut, I can definitely get out to some bigger ranches and kind of see if we can spot any deer. So definitely let me know down in the comments as well if y'all would like to see more videos like this, maybe in a different angle, maybe lower, maybe zoomed in, different lenses, etc. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and fly over some ranches. We're flying over one of my properties right here on the right hand side, and we're just flying and seeing if we can spot any deer, looking for movement. Again, you guys are probably gonna be able to see this a lot easier than I will. I'm doing this off of my phone right now, but when I'm filming the video screen is also very small on the drone. But yeah, you guys let me know if you see anything. Comment down below, maybe with a timestamp, say at 2 minutes, 6 seconds we saw something or whatever. But yeah. So this is the first full day where it's been really cold. It's been in the lower 40s, mid 40s. So I thought it'd be a good idea to do this, to try this out. Like I said, just comment down below if you see any movement down below. I'm looking myself as I'm watching this with you guys on the screen, on my phone. I currently do not see anything, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk over as we kind of fly over here. But I noticed that on my surveys, on the 1D1 tax exemption paperwork, they actually have drone surveys now available on there. This is something I've been noticing probably about a year, maybe 2 years ago. So I was like, well, is this actually like an effective way to spot deer? So here I am flying. I'm flying about 100 and something meters above the land right now. I did that because I didn't want to hit any power lines, but I know I'm way high right now. But I think I could bring it down quite a bit. You'll see that I start coming down some, just to be able to get a little closer. Now I do have a good zoom on this drone. Like I said, this drone will be linked down below if anyone wants to purchase a drone like this or anything similar. All the links will be down below to see what I'm using while I'm doing this. But again, this ranch right now, I believe, is about 1,200 acres, so it's a big ranch. And we're just kind of glancing over it, see if we see any deer. I know that there are big deer in here. The challenge is finding them in all this thick South Texas brush. I know that there are some good 170s, 180s in here. This is a high fenced ranch, so I would expect to see some, but as I'm looking here on the phone, I can't see any with my naked eye. Again, you guys are probably going to see this before I do on a big screen TV or something like that. But again, I'm just looking for movement, just glancing as well, seeing if I see any movement in all this thick brush. It's really hard to see the movement because these mesquite trees are so short and so tight knit together. I'm thinking maybe I could even go to some other properties that are not so thick like this. Maybe some oak tree areas. Might be able to see a little bit more down below. But like I said, towards the end of the video, I'll kind of come down with the drone, zoom in a little bit more, see if we can see any movement. But again, this ranch is about 1,200 acres, 1,200 acres, and I've seen big deer in here with my own eyes, kind of walking the fence line. So I know that there's big deer in here. The problem or the challenge is just spotting them in all of this brush. But yeah, we're just kind of turning around, coming back, and it's actually really, really windy, guys. So here we go. This is actually part of my property now. It's very green in this area. Really good area where we have a lot of, I guess, low-lying areas. So we get a lot of rain that collects on the property. But now I'm just gonna go ahead and fly it. I can fly this drone out for miles at a time. It'll still reach that far. I believe this time I only flew it from where I'm standing about 1.5 miles up to 2 miles away from me, but I can get it up there a little further. And now we're just gonna look for any movement in all of this grass. I mean, I'm looking with you, and I know where these bucks or these does bed in this area, but we're gonna be passing up that area here pretty soon. So you'll see some hinge. Well, I don't even know if you'll see it from the drone, but there's some hinge cuts. There's gonna be some hinge cuts on the left. It's kind of on the top left-hand corner. There's some hinge cuts, kind of where that tree is, right in the corner. We're passing it up, and it's out of sight now. But I know that there's deer that hang out in there. There's does that bed in there with their fawns. But again, you cannot see it through all of this brush. And I'm flying pretty low here. And again, let me know down in the comments. It's my first time trying this out. If you like the drone flying this low, it's only about maybe 30 or 40 meters up in the air. Do you like this height, or do you like the wider angle where it's higher and we get more landscape land in the view? Now I start coming up here because we are coming up to some power lines. But again, I still don't see any movement. I am flying a little faster here. So now we're going to be coming over those power lines. We're probably flying about, I don't know, about 50 to 80 yards above above the ground. But coming up into some denser, larger mesquites now. Still don't see any movement. I actually tilt my camera straight down. The problem with this is that I only did this because I know that there's nothing high above that I could run into with the drone. I personally like this angle. I can see pretty good if I can see some movement. And again, this wind is really, really strong. This is our first cold front so far this year. I filmed this video and editing it as fast as I can because, it's the perfect time to hopefully get some movement of the deer. We got some big rain. It's nice and cold. It's windy. I'm hoping to pick up some movement, but I don't see anything yet. Again, you guys might see this before I do, as far as movement goes, because I personally cannot see any movement. I'm watching and watching and watching. But no movement yet. Again, I can't even pick up the cattle. I know there's cattle in this brush, but I can't even pick them up. I see some cattle there at the top. I don't even see any hogs actually either, guys. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't see any hogs. I don't see any deer. I'm sure they're in here. They would have to be in here. Now this area is all low fence, and apologize for the drone moving. It's just really, really windy. But yeah, this is all low fence, and there's decent bucks that come out of this area. Nothing like a 180 or anything like a 170, but you'll get some, 120s, 130s. Every now and then you may get a 140 out of there, but again, just kind of cruising. This is kind of plain land right here. You should, if there is anything here, you would be able to see it. Obviously, I don't see nothing running across the screen. There's a little bit of a draw that came in that just on that last clip. Here's a little pond. Now again, this is that same ranch we were just looking at earlier in the video. Now on this there's a little sendero across your screen right there, and it turns to the right. So down that fence line is where I've seen some good 170s, 180s cruising that fence line. Again, just looking for movement. I turned the drone down again because I'm comfortable. I know that there's nothing I'm gonna run into here. But again, I can do this on different types of terrain if you guys would like. That way we can see. And again, if I had picked up anything running, I would have been able to zoom in pretty damn close, pretty close to even possibly count the points on the animal if we ran into a buck. But again, I'm just cruising, looking for movement, and I don't see anything. Now this land over here is pretty bare. It's overgrazed, but you would be able to see something that would come up if there is anything here. You should be able to see anything run. Now there's cattle here too, and I don't see the cattle. And again, I'm coming back down because I know that there's nothing super tall in this area. I'm pretty familiar with this area, so that's the reason I kind of moved the drone accordingly. Oh, look, there's the cattle on the right hand side. Alright guys, well now we're winding down. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, leave comments down below what you guys think about this. Any suggestions, I'm open to it. Be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. See you guys later. Bye-bye.